Assalamualaikum and good day. I am Norjana a Sura and I'll be discussing the transnational capitalism in this video. Leslie Sklair, a sociologist, in his work Globalization, Capitalism, and Its Alternatives on 2002, he introduces the concept of two systems of globalization, which are the capitalist system and the potential socialist system. According to Sclair, the capitalist system of globalization is currently the dominant and prevailing force in the world. This system is characterized by the global expansion of capitalism, the dominance of multinational corporations, and the integration of economies on global scale. In contrast, the socialist system of globalization, as proposed by Sclair, is not yet in existence but is inferred from current anti-globalization movements. These movements, according to Sclair, are indicative of a growing resistance to the capitalist system and a desire for an alternative global order. The socialist system is envisioned as a counterforce that would prioritize values such as social justice, equality, and human rights on a global scale. So what is this anti-globalization movements? As mentioned by Sclair, it play a crucial role in signaling discontent with the current capitalist system. These movements often advocate for greater human rights, environmental sustainability, and social justice. While the socialist system is not fully realized, it is conceptualized as a potential alternative that could emerge from the collective efforts of these movements. Indeed, Leslie Clare, as a Marxist scholar, places a significant emphasis on economic transnational practices in his analysis of globalization. His perspective is rooted in Marxist theories, which view societal structures, including economic system, as key determinants of social relations and change. Sclair's prioritization of economic transnational practices is evident in his focus on transnational corporations, or the TNCs, as central actors in the globalizing process. According to Sclair, TNCs plays a pivotal role in shaping and driving globalization. These corporations, by virtue of their transnational nature, operate across borders, engaging in production, trade, and investment on a global scale. Their influence extends beyond the confines of individual nation states, reflecting the idea that capitalism has evolved into a globalizing system. One key aspect of Sclair's analysis in the diminishing significance of the national nation state in the context of globalization, he argues that capitalism, as facilitated by TNCs, has moved away from being merely an international system where states are central actors towards becoming a globalizing system. In this view, the traditional importance of the nation state is in decline as economic activities increasingly transcend national boundaries. The concept of capitalism as a globalizing system, as Claire posits, it implies that the dynamics of capitalism are no longer confined or tied to a specific geographic theory, territories, or individual states. Instead, the economic processes are increasingly detached from the traditional structures of nation states. This perspective challenges the conventional understanding of the nation state as the primary actor in economic and political affairs. Leslie Sclair's differentiation among four fractions reflect his nuanced understanding of the contemporary global capitalist class. This classification departs from traditional Marxist perspectives by acknowledging the evolving nature of capitalism in the context of globalization. Sclair introduces these factors as a way to capture the diverse array of actors involved in and benefiting from the global capitalist system. So the first one is the corporate fraction. The role of this fraction comprises individuals at the helm of TNCs shaping global economic process. They are responsible for decision making, strategy, formulation, and overall corporate governance. And then the second is the state fraction. This fraction encompasses individuals involved in state apparatus and international institutions. They play a role in shaping and implementing policies that facilitate the global flow of capital, trade, and investment. And then the third is the technical fraction. This fraction includes individuals with technical expertise, such as scientists, engineers, and other professionals engaged in activities that contribute to the globalized nature of contemporary capitalism. Their work often involves innovation, research, and the development of advanced technologies. And then the last is the consumer's fraction. This fraction involves individuals who contribute to the dissemination of consumer culture and the expansion of markets. Merchants are involved in the exchange of goods, while media executives play a role in shaping cultural narratives and influencing consumer behavior. So, transnational in various ways. The first one is the global and local interest. The significance is this reflects the interconnectedness of the global economy where economic actors operate in a framework that goes beyond national boundaries. It also suggests a recognition that actions in one part of the world can have repercussions globally. And then the second is the various types of control across nations. This its significance this underscores the multifaceted nature of their influence. Economic control relates to their dominance in the workplace and financial systems. Political control extends to both domestic and international political spheres, and cultural or ideological control highlights their impact on shaping everyday life and cultural narratives across borders. And then the third is the global perspective on issues. The significance, this suggests a worldwide that transcends national interest, aligning with the idea that the global capitalist system operates on a scale that requires a broader outlook on economic, political, and social issues. And then the fourth, citizenship of the world. This reflects a sense of identity that transcends national boundaries and aligns with the idea that their interests and affiliations are not confined to a specific nation state. And then the last one is the shared lifestyle. This highlights the homogenization of certain aspects of lifestyle and consumption patterns, driven by globalized markets and the interconnected nature of world economy. Sclare's attention to culture ideology, particularly the culture of consumerism. It represents a recognition of the interplay between economic, cultural, and ideological forces in the globalized world. It underscores the need to consider not only the production and corporate aspects, but also the cultural and consumption patterns that shape and are shaped by the global capitalist system. This expanded perspective contributes to a more comprehensive understanding of the dynamics of capitalist globalization. The symbiotic relationship between transnational corporations and the transnational capitalist class is central to the functioning of global capitalism. The TNCs utilize the influence of the capitalist class to navigate and shape the economic and political landscape, while at the same time the capitalist class relies on TNCs to drive the consumers' culture and ideology necessary for the continual expansion of the capitalist production. This interconnected relationship underscores the intricate web of economic, cultural, and political forces that define the contemporary global capitalist system. In conclusion, the success and expansion of capitalist globalization create conditions that paradoxically contribute to the emergence of opposition and resistance. It reflects that the idea that the contradictions inherent in the system, such as economic disparities and abuses of power, can generate forces seeking to transform or replace the existing global capitalist order. This perspective aligns with the broader Marxist tradition, where internal contradictions within a social economic system are seen as drivers of historical change. So that's the end of my presentation. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day.